Hello and welcome to Bright Blue Innovation. I'm Lidia Paulinska and I'm delighted to be your host. We have a lively show for you today, whether you are joining us here in the studio or watching us on cable and Ustream. On today's show, we have the pleasure of talking with members of the Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers, also known as IEEE, a support organization for electronics and computer community. They are the world's largest professional organization and dedicated to advancing technology for the benefit of humanity. The IEEE has more than 420,000 members in over 160 countries, and they publish 1/3 of the world technical literature. They are also a leading developer of international standards for the entire industry. Here to tell us more about the IEEE is our first guest, Roger Doering. Roger is the chairman of the Oakland East Bay section of IEEE. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Lydia. I'm glad to be here.
Did I make that right with the last name?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
supposed to be soft on. Roger, so what is your involvement with IEEE?
Well, I've actually been a member of IEEE since I was an undergrad. It's been many, many years, and I've stayed with that through my time in industry as well as my time in academia. So I've returned to the academy now, and I teach at Cal State East Bay.
I forget that I should call you professor. I'm sorry, so Professor Roger Doering. The organization tagline says advanced technology for the benefit of humanity. What does that mean?
Well, we take technology, and all technology is conceived by individuals, but we have to share that. And if we don't share it, it doesn't benefit mankind. And so by publishing our ideas, we make them widely known, and we record all those documents, and they're all available to our members online. So there's like 30 million documents that you can read and access if you're a member. We also host over 1,300 conferences every year around the world. And these are technical conferences where people go to learn about what's the breaking news, what's the cutting edge of the technology. And so by sharing this technology with our fellow business people, technologists, we spread these inventions to make all of humanity benefit from it.
Wonderful. I think we have a video to play about IEEE. Is that?
Let's take a look.
Yes, let's take a look. Can you share with us more about the organization and what it brings to the tech community?
I'd like to. The letters that you rattled off at the beginning are actually kind of an antiquated idea at this point. There was a couple of older organizations that joined together to form the Institute in the beginning, but now we've spread our technologies over such a wide range that it no longer really is just for electrical engineers. And so the organization prefers to just think of itself as IEEE without spelling out the words anymore. So we're open to members in many areas of technology. So if you're a mathematician or a business major or a chemist, there are applications and areas that are of interest to you in the IEEE. We have over 29 different technical societies that are worldwide and hold conferences and make publications. And so each one of these has their own technical special interest group. Some members belong to more than one.
Professor, I would like to also talk about the students, because I know that you are counselor for the student, at IEEE
Right.
organization, and we have in the studio we have the students. So how that joining the IEEE can help their career?
Well, any student can join the IEEE even if they don't have a chapter on their campus. They can, of course, go to a chapter meeting at a local campus, and since this campus is so close to our campus, they could come to our meetings. They could also form their own chapter, which is a little more difficult to do in a 2-year institution, but certainly possible. So all you have to be is a major in one of these technical areas or business, and you can join up by going to the website IEEE.org/join.
And yes,
I think that's right here in the beginning of our pamphlet. We talk about the community and how you get into it and how you connect and subscribe and how to join. And so when you get on that website, you can just pay your student dues. Now, student dues are quite lower than active member dues, and so it's quite a deal to be part of the IEEE, because you get discounted admissions to all of the conferences, and you can have the opportunity to present your papers at these conferences.
in the video we saw that the IEEE is a global organization. What are the challenges in bringing this widespread community together across so many different cultures?
It's true, and I think if we could cut to the first slide.
Yeah.
So you can see here the world map has been colorized to show the regions that make this up. Now, we have 10 regions, but 6 of them lie in the United States. So that tells you a little bit about the balance of membership. And while membership is quite weak in Africa, it's fairly strong in Europe and Asia. So we see South America and Canada as another region. The United States has then 5 of those regions, and we are in Region 6 here in California. And this is our Oakland East Bay section.
Oh, pretty big.
Well, it's geographically large. We include the student campus on Fresno State and all the way up into Modesto and Stockton. So that's our area. Of course, we have a web page for the section, but IEEE has this kind of overlapped organization where we have geographical organizations, but we also have the technical organizations, and so those overlap each other. And so sections welcome conferences from folks all over the world. And so a conference I went to last month in August had people from not only all around the United States, but all over the world converging right here in Cupertino for this conference.
But they must be, I understand, with that broad spectrum of group, there must be some challenges, like, standards. Are the standards the same in every country?
Well, it's one of the things that the IEEE specializes in, is creating these standards. We bring the industry specialists together and form a standardization committee, and they negotiate, and they come up with what becomes a worldwide standard. So, for instance, the IEEE 754 standard is the worldwide standard for doing floating point computation. The Wi-Fi standard that everybody knows what Wi-Fi is now, but they don't realize that's an IEEE standard.
Thank you very much. And see you maybe soon, maybe next time. We will be talking more about more other areas of IEEE.
Lydia, thank you for having me.
Thank you.